The roundtables it was healthy discussions, very insightful, lots of thought leaders. Like that was the most impressive part for me. It's like I'm sitting at a table with VPs from global pharma discussing their thoughts and sharing their opinions with us.
It was good. I was in a room that had about, I think, 12 individuals, so it was sort of like a more intimate conversation, which personally I quite like a little bit better than having just like a long lecture where you're sort of sitting. It was more dynamic and interactive.
I thought they were fantastic. It was great to see the industry leaders for various companies discuss very important clinical operation strategies and issues that are shared across the board.
You have a really very diversified group. I have people from pharmaceutical industry and the smaller companies, larger companies, and also people who want to get into that space. And of course, I'm coming from a university, so it's a very well diversified group. And another interesting thing is if a given topic, they're all interested in the topic, so they're all very engaged and very sharing.
It was a diverse audience with people from academia, from non-profit organizations, from CDMOs, and companies which develop new cell therapy products.
Yeah, it's been good. Everybody's really friendly, well organized, learning a lot of new things as well. So it's been great.
Roundtable, it was great. There were some, I attended 2 of such roundtable discussions, and every time there were 10 or more people, and people representing very small startup companies to all the way big companies like Pfizer. And you can see the kind of growth story or journey that companies go through from start till the end, and how the whole work and everything changes, as you are growing. With smaller teams, many people wearing many hats, to larger companies with very specific department for everything, and how challenges kind of reflect where they are in the journey. And how surprising thing was how bigger companies can learn from smaller startup companies, the kind of new and modern tools that they're using, and how younger startup companies can learn from bigger companies on what challenges they may face in the future, and what the solutions, they can work as mentors actually.
I think that was the first reason why I came. It was an opportunity to do business development. So it's selfish, but they were all really good. I think there's a lot of business for me to follow up on.
It was very nice. So I've talked to 3 different individuals sort of at different stages of their clinical development pipeline. So talked a lot about sort of different strategic things that perhaps my organization could do for them, but also just learning about what sort of challenges they're facing right now in clinical trials. So then it's reciprocal in terms of what I've been learning, which is good.
Yeah, it was cool. Getting to learn a little bit more about the needs of each one of these clients and how we're able to support, and maybe just providing some general insights, questions they might have. It's very interesting.
Fantastic. I think one of the things that I really value about these types of conferences or setups is where I know that the folks that I'm meeting with have an interest in what it is that we bring to the table. And obviously we have an interest in that question, that connection. And then you're able to really kind of explore the challenges that they might be facing that brings them to look to talk to somebody like ourselves, but also what their vision is, what they're trying to accomplish, what's exciting for them, and what are the things that they're looking to see done better in the trials that they're going to be supporting in the future.
I thought they've been really positive. It's been great to sit down with some industry leaders, talk about some of their frustrations and how we can help.
Well, I met with one company's reps. They do clinical data analysis, and lot of work with data. They have their programmers. They can do statistical analysis. They can do visual analytics. So I got to learn a lot about them, the kind of things that they do, how their operations work. They have offices here and in India. How the cost works. So it was nice to meet with them and to understand that there are many options that we can use when we need to.
The diverse attendance is phenomenal because I'm seeing global pharma, I'm seeing emerging biotech, small and mid-size. So it was really good.
I think on the site feasibility and patient engagement side. So it's a little bit focused, but some diversity within there. Yeah.
It's fantastic. There's a lot of people, a lot of different levels, and people from different companies. Great opportunity to network.
I think it's quite diverse, and I see people with all kinds of technical background as well as different experiences. So it's very well diversified group.
Diversity in terms of
the attendees.
So you mean like racial diversity? Yes. So there were people from different ethnic groups and different age groups. So it was great.
Yeah, it's very diverse. You got people from all different groups here, which is nice.
Really good, actually. You go to some of these and you'll see all large size sponsors or all small size sponsors, or really focused in on one therapeutic area or another. And those are very valuable. I think, it's important to note sometimes right size is good, sometimes right TA strategy is good. But it's also important to gain a broader perspective on what's going on, whether you're looking at solutions for a smaller biotech, a larger pharma, one therapeutic area or another, and being able to see sort of where you sit in with that ecosystem and how you will be able to support the needs across it. And then looking for the overlap where everybody's looking for some of the same things. And the diversity that's here, I've met already with folks across that entire spectrum, and it's been fantastic.
Very diverse group, very diverse group, from all perspectives, right? The way people think, the kind of departments they're coming from quality, from clinical, from IT, people like me, men, women, all different, from all backgrounds.
%.
Yes, definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll come back again.
Yeah, definitely, and I will recommend it to my colleagues.
Yeah, I think that this is something that I would come back to. The size and again, sort of the intimacy of it, it's not too small, but it's definitely not too big. It's interesting for sure.
Now the second time. I was here last year and really enjoyed it. And I definitely wanted to come back.
Oh, that's great to hear.
It was very helpful, and I formed a lot of connections too.
I think yes, if time permits, and it's a good place to be.
Yes, for no other reason than the chance to sit down with folks directly. I think one of the things that we struggle with today is with the change of folks working from home and what that means to connect with your customers. It's really hard to do it. You can have a Zoom call, a GoToMeeting, a Google Chat, or whatever you're going to use for your connection. But when you do that, you're still looking at a screen. You're not with that person. You're not making that real connection. And so increasingly, conferences like this are important and really a necessity to build the relationships that we all really are going to leverage in going forward and thinking about how we can do things better. What can we change? Where are the areas where we want to see things be done differently? And for us at DataCubed, it's always a driver for us to find venues where we can do that. And things like this type of conference that Preventives brought to us and the opportunity to do it is very powerful.